Hi, Tracy here, and I have a layout and process called I Heart Science, and I'm using these three, I was going to call them Instax pictures that I took while for my daughter's a science experiment that she was doing. She had to have pictures for it, and so we took a bunch of Instax and put two of them went into her report, and then these three I took extra so I could scrapbook. And I'm using that the background paper is Flea Market Curio, and that's crepe paper, Flea Market. Perfect paper for the background for this because it's a science experiment, and so it's about school and science. You have to log things, and so this is one of those times that that type of paper is perfect. And then I'm kind of going through some other papers in my Studio Calico August kit, plus that star paper, which is a Studio Calico kit, but it's not, or paper, but it's not from the kit. It's from the Atlantic collection, and it's called Nantucket. And I'm fiddling around, and then now here I realize, wait, I'm gonna put all three separate. Originally I was gonna have them together, and so now I have to kind of figure out how do I want to frame them, so to speak, separately. And I'm digging through my frames right now in my little drawer thing, and that took me a while. So, and I pulled out a bunch of stuff, and I end up going, I have these paper, I bought some Amy Tangerine papers, and then they had card kind of grid, sections on one side, and I went ahead and cut them all out, and then I have them stacked together with a paper clip, and that's some of them right there. I apologize, I do not remember the name of the paper, so unfortunately I don't know it. But and the ones up at the top left, let's see, I don't remember if those are from a paper. Those are from a paper from the kit, from the Studio Calico kit, and I believe that they are an Amy Tangerine paper as well. And I did the same with those. They were 4x6 cards, and I cut them out. And now I'm going through some other ones because I want to use some more for the picture up above. Real quickly, I'll tell you the papers. That graph, red and kind of off color graph paper, that's a Pebbles from Me to You. And then I don't know the name of the actual paper. And then let's see, that floral paper in the very background, that's American Crafts, and it's Amy Tangerine cut and paste, and it's called Blossom. And then I told you the star one, and the red polka dot is American Crafts, Amy Tangerine cut and paste again, and that's A-lister. So those are the papers, and then again, all the little cutouts that I'm using, those are cut out from paper, 12 by 12 sheets, and I believe they're all, I may be misspeaking the ones that I have stacked that I cut. That could possibly be Dear Lizzie. In fact, it is Dear Lizzie. I'm sorry, I forgot. I got that with the little Dear Lizzie photo album set. I can't remember the name of that album, but I'm gonna do a project with that one. And so that's why I had bought these papers and cut them ahead, because I was gonna use them in that album, which I still will, but they were perfect for this page. So, and there I punched the edge at the top edge of that to make it look like it was pulled out of a pad of paper. And I wanted to say that this particular layout's a little bit ironic, because I just did the voiceover on my previous layout, the one titled, oh, I can't remember the title. Oh, I only just did it a few hours ago and I can't remember the title. Oh, Papa's Hat. And I was saying while I was doing Papa's Hat that my layouts recently have been real simple and not over embellished and whatnot. Well, turns out that was what do you call it? Foreshadowing for this layout, because this layout is very much kinda is very wild and a lot going on versus plain and not so much going on. So I was obviously, while I was commenting on my previous layout, I was having feelings of wanting to do a little bit more of a embellished layout, and so here I am, I'm doing that in spades in this layout. So this one kind of calls for it because it's a science experiment, and then it's the Instax pictures, so there's 3 of them, and they're smaller, and so because they're small, they call out to sort of each be embellished on their own, unless I put them all together, then I would have treated them like they were one picture. But because I put them separate, then I'm sort of, each cluster with a picture is its own little mini layout in a way. Not really, that's exaggerating, but so anyway, I went ahead and stamped those stars, and I did them in 3 different places. I used the Hero Arts ink there, and then I kind of colored in each star, because this layout was kind of like that. It's reminiscent of school. I used to do a lot of doodling like that when we used to have peachy folders. Some people listening to this may not even know what the heck a peachy folder is, I don't know, but we didn't have all these fancy little folders. We had just had plain old peachy folders, and so I would doodle all over mine, and so by the time I was ready for a new semester, the entire peachy folder was covered in just doodling. That's how focused I was in school. Anyway, so now I put that sticker that says noted, and I layered that with a Dear Lizzie sticker underneath, and that noted sticker comes from the Miss Caroline. I think that's my mind's eye. And then here I am on the left. I'm going to be doing this my cluster that is the one sticker says reasons why, and then underneath it I put a sticker that says I love you, and then I'm using the Tim Holtz little tiny type stickers to list things, because this particular picture she was just being a total goofball and had her eyes all wide and being silly, and so I have reasons why I love you underneath, and then I have the arrow pointing up, and then I'm gonna put the words you are, and then it's gonna say goofy, silly, fun. Well, it already says goofy, silly, fun, but I'm messing around with these thicker thicker letters to write the words you are, and I realized that I had this light bulb moment where I remembered, oh yeah, the kit came with smaller ones and those would be much better. That the big UR, the thickers, those weren't going to work. They were just way too big. So now these work perfectly. So now it says UR, goofy, silly, fun. And I'm going to go ahead and stick all that down because I like it. Again, this layout is definitely a step away from the sort of less embellished plain ones I've been doing recently. That's one of the things I love about scrapbooking is that you just can let your mood dictate. Most of life we don't get to do that. Most of life it's, you have to be responsible and live regardless of your mood, and you have to function. But with scrapbooking, it's that creative free time where you just get to go for it and do what you feel in that moment. Maybe that's why I like being creative, is because it's the one time where there's not a whole lot of boundaries and rules about how you operate. So, and now I'm writing out my title using those stickers. I don't have the name of them because I lost the outer package, which was a bummer on those, but those squiggly looking ones, which is perfect for this layout. And so I'm doing I Heart Science, and then inside that heart is the little camera from that cutout, and the camera says love. So now it's you could read it as I love science or I heart science. And now underneath, that little white area was looking plain to me, so I'm writing out science experiment, and part of the word experiment is going to get covered, or will be covered, but I'm okay with that. It's kind of like how you have things flow off the page. It just makes it more authentic, like the picture got sort of, haphazardly tossed on top of that paper that says weather fronts and then science experiment. This science experiment was about weather fronts, by the way. So that's why I have, and on that paper it says title, and then I put weather fronts because that's what this experiment was about. And then I put the paper that goes over science experiment with her picture there. I put that up on pop dots, so you can, if you look from the side, you could actually see the whole word science experiment. And then now I'm just kind of filling in that space. There's that whole space on the graph paper that was looking very plain compared to all the rest of this kind of wild and crazy layout. So I'm just stamping a bunch of different words and then arrows and such, and then I'm going to do it there to the left of that picture, and then I'm going to also go up above and in just a second here, so that these little stamps are kind of near every picture. There I was checking it to see, can I stamp on that? What do I think? And because I had put that up at the top picture, that I had put that up on pop dots, and there I decide, yep, I think I can do it, and it really needed it. So and then I got one of these Project Life Becky Higgins arrows and just put it there pointing to the picture, and I think that's it. I'm checking it out, making sure, am I done? Oh, I'm not. What am I doing? Oh, that's right, I have to ink it. So I use Mr. Huey's passport and Bonnie Blue, I think it's called. Blue Bonnie? No. Blue Bonnet? No, I think it's Bonnie Blue. And so I'm going to ink, and then I'm going to make some little bit bigger splotches by being a little more intentional. Sorry, the box wasn't under the video completely, or video camera. And that's it. There's my wild layout. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye-bye.